Hello everybody, how are you going? I'm in Cavan today and I'm with Carroll Engineering. Now, remember we had the valtra, Alan borrowed it and he took it a day carting and it was made by these guys here, Carroll. Well, we came down to see them today, but that's not the main reason we came today. When Alan was working on our 3690, doing all the mechanic work for it, he was asked by me, how do we go about getting the mudguards, wide mudguards on a 3000 series Massey, and literally we looked about everywhere and we couldn't find it. But it's not a very straightforward mudguard to make, and any Massey man should be able to confirm. So Alan said to me, the Carroll men would sort it out, not a problem. So what I didn't fully know when Alan had borrowed the trailer was that these guys are as mad about contracting and work as the next guy. So not only do they run an engineering business over in here, they have their fleet as well, which is unreal. So we've like 2 lelly balers here, and I'm just walking along the back side of them with our class moors. We'll have our 860. I can't pronounce this here. Goel. Oh, supplied by Cooney Furlong, supplied by Barth and the team down there. 64, 65, 6480 I believe. Lovely 7840 and a couple of the yellow babies here behind us. So like what, that's an impressive yard of stuff. And James and Ronan makes the trailers, and James and Ronan work away in the engineering business, and when silage time comes, these guys down tools, silage takes over their life, which is, you know, I suppose it's a good thing for them to be able to get out and about. But just wanted to come down, take a look around, thank them for the charity donation they gave at that time, and see how they were getting on and what was involved in getting the mudguards ready for the Massey. I just nicknamed these guys after spending a day with them. You know the film, The Nutty Professor? These are like the nutty engineers. And when I say that there, we went out to James's earlier on, and he was showing us his specially made bike, which has a 950cc engine in it, that he is determined he's going to cross a local lake here and on the water. And he has, apart from the engine, he has made absolutely everything. He hasn't just got it exactly where he wants it, but he's getting there. And listen to it, we have a video of it going. He also has his buggy that he's made, which has a 1000cc engine, and then he has his Yamaha, which actually was ridden competitively by Alistair Seeley. So he likes his bikes. Isn't it fantastic that you meet businesses like this here that have an absolute love and a dream for the machinery? Like, look, turn this camera around now. Look, I'm going to wipe the lens, I'm sorry. Like, I missed out the T7 220, 185 and the 200. This 140 has about 9,000 hours on it. You see this 155 with the front PTO? This 155 has a genuine 3,000 hours from new on the original tyres. Oh, baby. That takes me back many happy hours were spent in the TM. A real driver's tractor when they come out.
So James, we brought you a funny little project a few weeks ago. We're doing up to 3690, and we thought who better to make us some mudguard extensions than James Carroll. But it's not really that simple, is it?
No, it's not. It wasn't just as easy, Alan, as it looked. When you came in first, I thought, oh yes, just stick 100mm onto the mudguard the whole way down. That'd be that big of a job. And even the mudguard on the tractor isn't that a 90 degree?
It's none of it's at 90. No. Everything's very.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Even when I was trying to fold it, I had to go over 90 to get it to attach on to the original one.
Yeah.
That's not even the problem. It's It's the twist in the mudguard. It sits flush along the cab, and then as it goes down, it twists off like that.
Yeah.
And that was hard.
Because
once you fold a straight line, you know it straightens up and you can't move it.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
There was a little bit of pre-twisting before. Yeah.
I know Ronan had built the trailer that we had.
Yes.
But trailers isn't really the main part of your business, is it?
No, I suppose a bit of everything, Alan. Like,
What's behind you, I think, really is.
Yeah, it is, yeah. So go where the market is too. I know, like, when recession times in Zero Wave, we were flat out making sheds, erecting sheds. And then we'd make trailers on the side, but then the trailers sort of dwindled off, and in 2008 there was a lot of guys off, and then timber to split at home. So we got into fabricating kindling machines, and just through what people wanted.
The reason for the fabricating of the trailers is for something totally different.
Oh yes, yeah.
That's for your own agri-contracting.
Yeah,
side
that's
of
the
business.
thing that takes over. Come summertime, they say come the 15th, 20th of May, this place just shuts up, unless there's wet days like there is today.
Yeah.
You know, it shuts up when we go out cutting grass. Then from that until basically September, like you know, maybe even later. But it's enjoyable too. Like it's nice to get a break and
It's a break away from the shed.
it is a nice change and get out and drive big machinery.
And you've plenty of toys out there too.
Oh yeah, there is. Well, my father's building them up probably since he was 21 or 22 years of age, and they've just sort of got bigger and bigger and bigger since then.
Yeah.
But you sort of need it now, Alan, like
Your window, your weather,
exactly.
and that is
Your
really,
window's very, very short, and
yeah.
you're working all hours, so you need big machinery to get in fast,
So you give us a bit of a talk through on this machine in front of us.
But basically this log splitter, Alan, it's just a standard trail log splitter, 16 ton force, there's an auto return valve on it, oil filtration system on it, 45 litre per minute tandem pump. It's a good solid machine, the auto return's a big thing. As you turn around for a log,
okay, yeah.
you just click it, auto return, and it's back ready to work.
Yeah.
Like we make them with a log lift on the side of them as well. Like the list is endless. If people are prepared to pay for what they want, you can make whatever you
can make whatever they want.
Even I think would be a great job would be a log conveyor on the side of it.
Okay, yeah.
You could have that attached onto it, and you could drive it off the engine and pump, because you do the log lift all right. But I suppose it's just that's I think the great thing we have here is that you sort of go to what people's needs. Manufacture to. That's the little niche you have.
Yeah.
We mightn't manufacture a large quantity of them a year.
Of course, yeah.
But that's a niche, is because you can make something
different. You can make it to suit them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. A celebration of what's to come. A better future. We'll see it done. For every teardrop you've shed and made, we will be stronger to fight the pain. I wanna wake up without sorrow. I wanna step out in a world that's brighter. We are the people of tomorrow. We stand together, raise our hands up higher, higher, higher. We raise our hands up to the sky, higher, higher. We raise our hands up to the sky.
And then you have, I saw a PTO-driven power pack there.
Yes.
What would it be used for?
Well, it's ideal for. You see, if you go out to any 200 horsepower tractor now at the minute, they're probably giving in around 110 or 15, 120 litres, maybe some even more, you know.
Yeah.
But the great thing with the PTO Power Pack is, if you put that on the back of a Massey Ferguson 35, like a Massey Ferguson 35 when it's revved out to the last gives 15 litres a minute.
Yeah.
Where they can put a little power pack on the back of it, and they
PTO
can
driven.
PTO driven, and they can get to 80 or 90 or 100 litres a minute out of it.
To the kindling machine side of it then, you've got quite a range of different types of kindling machines and pallet splitters and...
Yes, that whole sort of stemmed from a guy up the road brought us down a little kindling machine. He wanted it made, you know, it was made out of the crankshaft of a car, and we sort of, you couldn't be cutting crankshafts out of every engine you wanted to make, so we sort of started manufacturing a crankshaft and a conrod and a chisel, and that started the first machines. Are fair enough, they're still working fine, but they were probably a bit crude, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But now, the more knowledge you gain with them, you sort of perfect them, and I think that it's a fairly good machine now at the minute. Like.
So would you be able to give us a sort of a run through of the process of making these mudguard extensions for us?
Yes, well, first of all, I would have spent a long time just sort of trying to basically flatten it out and draw it as it would be in a flat sheet, you know, and that takes a lot of measuring, because you think, you know, when you fold steel, it gains, you know, it gains in length.
Yeah.
By the thickness of the steel. So it's because you're on so many angles on your mudguard, when you measure it, that's why I had to cut it out once or twice and then fold it, and it's not just right, and then just take 5 mil off it, you know, and go back in, and that's why I just skip for of pre-cut out ones.
Trial and error.
Yeah, trial and error, yeah. But no, yeah, so cut it out then, so then I have a cut out when you're fairly happy with it and it's folded up. I TIG welded it, because the TIG weld is a nice little smaller
It is
weld,
very
and
neat,
it looks more factory sort of thing, you know, and then fill it up with a nice good big weld, and then polish it off, and then sand it down, or not sand it down, but there's a rotary polish there that you polish it back that you'd never know it wasn't.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
Everything just to make it look factory, you know.
Yeah. And they turned out very well, I think.
Yeah.
So you've got quite a bit of machinery out here for the job. So you've got your plasma cutter and your machine for folding steel.
Yes. Well, sure, you need every bit of it, Alan. Like, you know, as you see, all the log splitters, everything's cut out. You know,
Everything for all the components for that are cut out on your plasma.
Yeah. The plasma was a.
The plasma is a
it transformed everything.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, the speed for cutting stuff out is
Like I used to cut out. I was cutting out a bale split. I used to cut out the gas, jig it up, put all the holes, you know, mark all the holes, punch them, and then grind it. And I'd do well if I'd done that in 3/4 of a day. And that machine now will just cut it out in 15 minutes, you know. And that's all perfected, you know what I mean?
It's a huge saving on labour. I know it's a big outlay in the beginning, but it's a huge saving on the labour.
Yeah, no, it is. We're very happy right now.
But yeah, the business has come a long way in the past number of years. I've been watching it closely. Yeah?
Yes.
Look, I don't live too far away, so I know you guys personally, and but I've been following, you know, the progression of the business the past few years, mainly on your Facebook page.
Oh yes.
There's always new things, you know, being made.
Yeah.
And, you know,
it's actually the oddball stuff that I actually really enjoy.
That's it. Yeah,
Because
something different.
If you're making the same thing all the time, I know. Yes, that's where the
bread and
money
butter
is.
of the
exactly. If you're making it fast and then become more efficient, that you can have all the jigs to make it fast. And you know, it's so much easier. You know, you see a log splitter, it's so easy to get in and just, you can go to the distributor and say, well, I'm billing 10 of these or 20 of these or 100 of these. What can you do me in price? But you can't do that with one. So that's why the one product is always going to be a lot more expensive. But then I sort of like that, you know, getting in and designing it, and
it gets your brain working again.
it gets your brain,
That's the reason why I brought you the Mudguards. I knew you liked a challenge. A challenge it was, I think.
Yeah, it was
But thanks very much, James, for all your hard work. I know you put a lot of effort into making them, to make them just right.
No, thank you guys.
Thanks very much, and also thanks very much for your donation for the charity when when we borrowed your trailer.
Ah, no problem.
And hopefully we'll be seeing you sometime in the future.
You're right.
Crossing a
I'm
lake,
driving.
crossing a lake on a motorbike.
I said at the start, they're not an engineer. I said at the start when I was outside taking a look around, I said, I want to drive the 7840 a day, but as I got closer to the end and seen the 3000 Ard 155, I was like, yeah, baby.
He changed his mind.
Yeah,
So
baby.
you might have to, whenever all this is over, I think.
Maybe bring Big Henry down for the day's crack.
Bring Big Henry down for the day, for the crack, yeah. And we'll come down and play around the yard someday.
Yeah.
Thanks again, James.
No, thank you guys. Thanks a million for all you've done for us. Thank you.